Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to another big jam-packed edition of Country Party Time. I'm your host, Lance Hawkins, and for the next hour, we've got the very finest in country music from the past. And we got some great ones this week. I think you folks are really going to enjoy today's show. We're going to hear from the singing rager, Hank Snow, Webb Pierce, Bill Woods from Bakersfield, Justin Tubb, and the young Sheriff Faron Young, among many more. So I hope you folks will stick with us for the next hour. Enjoy yourselves and just kick back, alrighty? Let's get started off with a gentleman that is a well-known songwriter. He wrote such hits as She's Got You for Patsy Cline, A Little Bitty Tear for Burl Ives, Don't Touch Me for Jeannie Seeley, and many more. Too numerous to mention here all the big hits that he's had. But this is one of his fine solo efforts that he sang on, but he did not write this song. It was written by his dear friend Harlan Howard. And it was a country and pop smash from the year of 1962. Here is Mr. Hank Cochran, Sally Was a Good Old Girl.
Sally used to carry my books to school. Sally was a good old girl. Helped me with my homework, cause I was a fool. Sally was a good old girl. If you wanted a kiss or a little bitty squeeze, she was always willing and do her best to please. So girls made to love and not made to tease. Sally was a good old girl. Sally was a good old girl. Sally was a good old girl. No matter what the request, she gave it her best. Sally was a good old girl. Now her folks were poor and she helped all she could. Sally was a good old girl. Hardest working girl in the neighborhood. Sally was a good old girl. She walked up and down the streets all day, selling neckties to the ones who'd pay. They couldn't afford them, then she'd give them away. Sally was a good old girl. Well, Sally was a good old girl. Sally was a good old girl. No matter what the request, she gave it her best. Sally was a good old girl. She was a favorite with all the men. Sally was a good old girl. Yeah. And all the girls despised her then. But Sally was a good old girl. Yeah. All the women talked about her, but Sally didn't care. She kept on working and doing her share. She wound up married to a millionaire. Sally was a good old girl. Yeah, Sally was a good old girl. Sally was a good old girl. No matter what the request, she gave it her best. Sally was a good old girl. Well, Sally was a good old girl. Sally was a good old girl. No matter what the request, she gave it her best. Sally
faded dreams that used to be. Oh, I'm gonna have another blue day.
I love you so much, it never entered my mind. You was laughing at me, not with me, and you'd leave me behind. I could never take you back again. You know it's too late, 'cause it's a mighty thin line between love and hate. For a while I died inside, and I cried all the time. Your leaving destroyed me. I forgot the sun could shine. Then one day I got hold of myself, got over you, and I feel great. But it's a mighty thin line between love and hate. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I hate you, but I draw the line at memories that hurt me. You'll never use me again for your stepping stone, 'cause I also draw the line between dirt and me. If I sound harsh, I didn't mean to sound that way, but I'm off my knees, back on my feet, and I mean to stay that way. If you think I'll take you back again, don't hold your breath while you wait, 'cause it's a mighty thin line between love and hate.
I could hide a house behind my love for you, but you're blind, you want to find somebody new. Be untrue for nothing but a thrill. Over my broken heart you will. Over my broken heart your love will die. Oh, please don't you wish that on me. The feelings may
learned some great honky-tonk country from Dave and Don. And Don of that team was Don Rollins, who would go on to write The Races On and have a bunch of great records on his own. But that was recorded for the Liberty Bell Records label out of Phoenix, Arizona, Over My Broken Heart. Then before that, we heard from Johnny Paycheck, one of his sort of eerie type stuff that he recorded for Little Darlin', and that featured the steel guitar work of Lloyd Green. Johnny Paycheck, and It's a Mighty Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And then before that, we went to the Ramco label, which was owned by the same folks who owned Liberty Bell Records. Waylon Jennings, one of his early recordings, one called Another Blue Day, and we started it all off from 1962 on Liberty Records. Hank Cochran, Sally Was a Good Old Girl. Yeah, she was a true pro, all right. And the great sounds of Hank Cochran. Well, right now we're going to hear from a gentleman who holds a record. He had a song that was on the charts for 52 weeks, and that was a song called Fraulein. Well, we're going to flip the record over and hear the flip side of that record. So as Fraulein was on the charts for 52 weeks, I guess we could say this one was on the charts for the same amount of time and sold as many copies. Here is Mr. Bobby Helms from the year of 1957, and I've got a heartsick feeling.
Got a heartsick feeling, and I'm telling you no lie. I'm so lost and so lonesome, I could lay down and die, 'cause my baby done left me. She left me high and dry. Lord, I got a heartsick feeling, and it's making me cry. Keep traveling down, tears like mountain streams. Keep traveling down, all you good for nothing dream. 'Cause my baby done left me. She told me goodbye. Lord, I got a heartsick feeling, and it's making me cry. So keep traveling down, tears like mountain streams, and keep traveling down, all you good for nothing dream. 'Cause my baby done left me. She done told me goodbye. Lord, I got a heartsick feeling, and it's making me cry.
too fast, and the future wasn't worth a dime, just as the process that passed. Past is gone, all through the west, the story spread, he said he was the best, and everyone who thought it wrong went looking for a test. No longer could he live in peace among his fellow men, for every fast gun in the west had made a different plan. Christ is gone. They picked the fight and knocked him down until he had to drop. And the price they paid was the life he gave, for flesh was all they saw. He knew his life was growing short, he lived from God to draw. And the kindness man I'd kill as soon as he lived outside the law. Christ is gone. One early morning he rode from town with the rising of the sun, and to this day no more was heard about the fastest gun. Some claim he put his guns away and even changed his name, but the legend of the fastest gun still lives on just the same. Fastest gun, fastest gun, fastest gun, fastest gun.
Father Time and Mother Love sit in their house somewhere up above and make us do what they want us to do. And dear, they've made me want only you. Father Time with his memories I view, and Mother Love with her heartbeat so true, have brought us back although we were through, and made me know that I love only you. Father Time has dimmed my eyes with the tears Mother Love placed inside. When I had missed you all that I could, they gave me you back to love as I should. Father Time and Mother Love sit in their house somewhere up above, and then like puppets us mortals do love as they guide our hearts where they want them to go.
We never thought of sinking when we left the harbor, thinking of the money we would have when we returned. Now the hurricanes are coming and we got the boat a-running, but I guess we're never gonna ever make it in time. I guess we're never gonna ever make it in time. Now the wind started blowing and we gotta keep a-going, though the shrimp boats are getting out of hand. This is one of many times I'd be feeling mighty fine if I could set my feet upon a pot of dry, dry land. Set my feet upon a pot of dry, dry land. Now I've got a pretty baby and she's waiting on the levee with a mighty lot of loving in store. I'm gonna stay there by her side if I make it home alive, and I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. Now the storm's howling round us, I'm afraid it's gonna drown us. Every wave is getting higher than before. I'm a-hanging on the rigging and I'm about to get religion, Lord. I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. Now I've got a pretty baby and she's waiting on the levee with a mighty lot of loving in store. I'm gonna stay there by her side if I make it home alive, and I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. I'm never gonna ever go a-shrimping anymore. I bet you never catch me going shrimping anymore. I bet you never.
No, I bet you won't. That's the great sounds of Tony Douglas, and that is the song that he named his band after. He had a record there called Shrimpin', and that is what, like I said, he named his band. And a great song from Mr. Tony Douglas from the year of 1961 on the D record label. Then before that, we heard from Hank Snow, Father Time and Mother Love. Well, that's a combination there for you. Great sounds of the singing ranger Hank Snow. Then before that, we heard from the Treetops on the Zero record label. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, that's the same label that Loretta Lynn got her start on. It was a label that was up in Canada. And they recorded Loretta, they recorded Gene Mack, and they also recorded the Treetops, and that's one of their fine records, The Legend of the Fastest Gun. Then, and starting it all off, before that, we heard from Bobby Helms, and that was the flip side of Fraulein, a great song called Got a Heartsick Feeling. And I've got a country feeling, and I do this each and every week for you, playing you the very finest in country music. And if there's something that you would like to hear, a record maybe you haven't heard in a long time, well, please let me know, and I will try to get it on for you. My direct email is nlancehawkins@aol.com, and in the subject matter, put Country Party Time. All righty, and that way I know it's from you folks that listen to our program. Again, that direct email is nlancehawkins@aol.com, subject matter, Country Party Time. Alrighty, right now let's hear from a lady by the name of Bonnie Sloan. And Bonnie Sloan played a lot in Las Vegas. In fact, I've seen pictures when she played at the Showboat, which is sadly no longer in Vegas. But for a time, they and the Golden Nugget, I think, were the two clubs that had country music 24/7. And this is Bonnie Sloan. This features the Town Hall Party Gang, and that is Joe Maphis and a whole bunch of other folks. Fiddlin' Kate Warren on fiddle, Joanne Neal on steel guitar, and a whole bunch more. They were the staff band of the show Town Hall Party. Well, they and Bonnie got in the recording studio, recorded this for Columbia Records, and this was the end result. Here's Bonnie Sloan with a very sad song, one called After the Wedding.
After the wedding, you came through the door. Your eyes told the story I had known long before. You loved me, but told her a lie. You married for money and cast me aside. After the wedding, it was too late. You made your choice, you chose your fate. You didn't love her, I knew all along. But after the wedding, you found you were wrong. The vows were all over, another held you. I love you, still love you, although we're apart. Your selfish ambitions have broken my heart. After the wedding, it was too late. You made your choice, you chose your fate. found you were wrong.
They said nobody could do it. They said it couldn't be done. Nobody can date her unless she's a lucky one. Boy, unless she's a lucky one. I told her I was an old man. I really shot her a line. She gave me a date that night. I was right on time, boy. I was right on time. They said nobody could do it. They said it couldn't be done. Nobody can kiss her unless she's a lucky one. Yeah, unless she's a lucky one. I held her close and showed her what her lips were for. She really must have went for that because she begged for more, boy, because she begged for more. They said nobody could do it. They said it couldn't be done. Nobody can marry her unless she's a lucky one. Yeah, unless she's a lucky one. It's news in all the papers, the talk all over town. She's going to be my wife. Soon we'll settle down, boy. Soon we'll settle down. Some girls play hard to get and use us like toys, but boys are made for girls. Girls are made for boys. Yeah, girls are made for boys.
1, 2, 3, 4. It all started in Baltimore. A crazy couple on a crowded floor. It looked funny, but it worked real neat. A little dance they call a lover's leap. Everybody go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you stomp the floor. Once again you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you let out a roar. Hold tight, sweetie, sweet. Keep in time with that solid beat. You bend your knees and set your feet. We're gonna do the lover's beat. Everybody go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you stomp the floor. Once again you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you let out a roar. Now the story goes in Washington that all the kids are having lots of fun. Down at a place they call Dragon Inn, they do the leap from a 4 to 10. Everybody go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you stomp the floor. Once again you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you let out a roar. Hold tight, sweetie, sweet. We're gonna do the lover's leap. Hold tight, sweetie, sweet. We're gonna do the lover's leap. We're gonna do the lover's leap. We're gonna do the lover's
I don't recall my mother. I don't remember Dad. Oh, Mr. and Mississippi is all I ever had. Oh, I was born to wonder. I was born to roam. And Mr. and Mississippi made me feel at home. Oh, I was born to wonder, I was born to roam, and Mr. and Mississippi made me feel at home.
Mr. and Mississippi made me feel at home.
My cradle was the river, my school a riverboat. My teacher was a gambler, the slickest one afloat. My teacher was a gambler, the slickest one afloat. He taught me not to gamble on a petticoat. Oh, I was born to wonder, I was born to roam, and Mr. and Mississippi made me feel at home.
I was born to wonder, I was born to roam, Mr. and Mississippi made me feel at home.
Oh, Betty May, I love you, Betty May. I love you like a barefoot boy loves a summer day. The way a wandering gypsy loves a changing scenes, just like that restless river loves on New Orleans. Oh, I was born to wonder, I was born to roam, and Mr. Mississippi made me feel at home.
Mr. Mississippi made me feel at home.
Yes, Mr. Mississippi made me feel at home.
Yeah, that's the Hawk. Ronnie Hawkins, who had a really successful career in the rock and roll field back in the late 1950s. Kind of doing it's sort of a pop song, but it's kind of country-based, if that makes sense. That's Ronnie Hawkins and Mr. and Mississippi, something he cut for the Roulette label. Then before that, we heard from Webb Pierce doing a little song with the Jordanaires called Doing the Lover's Leap. Then before that, it was Les Waldrop, and they said it couldn't be done. I'm not sure about that. If you ask me, I think it could be done. And then we started the set off with Bonnie Sloan and the Town Hall Party Gang, and After the Wedding, a fine Columbia 45 from about the year of 1956 or 57 on that one. Great sounds of Bonnie Sloan. Alrighty, well, we talked about him, and we're going to hear from him right now. This is a gentleman who, he didn't make many records, but when he did, he put out some good ones. This is on his own label, Bakersfield Records, and on the 45 it says City of Hits. So here is Bill Woods and his band, and Phone Me, Baby.
Well, phone me, baby, please call me collect. Yeah, phone me, baby, please call me collect. It'd be worth $1 million just to hug your loving neck. I want you phone me, baby, and I say you'll be home soon. Yeah, phone me, baby, and say you'll be home soon. 'Cause I'm getting mighty lonely sitting under that big pale moon. Go, man, go now, yeah. Oh, won't you come back, baby? Honey, I just hang my head and cry. Yeah, since you left me, baby, I just wish that I could die. So won't you phone me, baby, and tell all your friends goodbye. Oh, phone me, baby, then catch that midnight train. Yeah, won't you phone me, baby, then board that midnight train. And your daddy'll be waiting just to take you back again.
It all started in the garden when the world had just begun. They were told that they could eat the fruit from every tree but one. But the greed was there in woman, and the weakness was in man. And the black cloud rose the day the world began. No one saw the black cloud rising, no one heard the thunder roll. No one saw the black cloud rising, take those eggs, sharp and soul. It's the same cloud that rises over you and over me. It's the black when the rush for gold was started back in 1849. But a man's life was worthless and his work was all in vain if the black cloud cast a shadow on his claim. They could see the black cloud rising, they could hear the thunder roll, they could see the black cloud rising, take possession of man's soul. It's the same cloud that rises over you and over me. It's the black cloud of greed and jealousy. Dreams of peace have been shattered, many threats have been hurled, and there's always a man who thinks he's here to rule the world. Though it isn't in the contract and it isn't in the plan, we can see the black cloud rising once again. We can see the black cloud rising, we can hear the thunder roll, we can see the black cloud rising, take possession of man's soul. It's the same cloud that rises over you and over me. It's the black cloud of greed and jealousy. It's the black cloud of greed and jealousy.
I had a funny dream and I'll tell it to you. I dreamed that I was riding on the old choo-choo. Someone reversed the rhythm to a clackety-click and put the big eight-wheeler on a mambo kick. They called it choo-choo mambo, and it was right on time. A puffin' and a chugging as it rolled right down the line. Can't you hear that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train? Really riding the rail down the T-iron trail. I love that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train. Just a crazy old dream, mambo rhythm and steam. Well, the engine was a puffin' to a Latin beat. The passengers were shaking from their heads to their feet, a twisting and a turning in the parlor car, with the bongo banging to a Spanish guitar on the choo-choo mambo, and it was right on time. A puffin' and a chugging as it rolled right down the line. Can't you hear that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train? Really riding the rail down the T-iron trail. I love that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train. Just a crazy old dream, mambo rhythm and steam. Can't you hear that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train? Really riding the rail down the T-iron trail. I love that chugga-chugga, chickamauga, chickaboom, choo-choo train. Just a crazy old dream, mambo rhythm and steam.
On that great and all
That's Ben and Mildred Jackson with our gospel song of the day. That song called Don't Wait. I just wonder who Ben and who Mildred are, because both have very high voices. So I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. But one is obviously female and the other is tenor vocal. But who is who, I'm not sure. But a great song, Ben and Mildred Jackson, Don't Wait. Before that, we heard from Justin Tubb from January of 1955 and Chugga Chugga Chicka Mooga Choo Choo Train. And that's the great Justin Tubb, a great singer and songwriter, and very, very fine gentleman. I had a chance to meet him several years ago before his untimely passing. And a great man in country music, Mr. Justin Tubb. Then before that, we heard from Cowboy Copas on Starday Records, a song I heard on the Grand Ole Opry radio transcription one time. But that's the studio recording of Black Cloud Rising, and that was done for you by Cowboy Copas. And we started it all off in the year of 1957 with Bill Woods, featuring the great lead guitar work of Buck Owens on the Bakersfield label, and Call Me Baby, please, please, please. I got the phone connected and we're all set. Alrighty, let's hear now from a guy by the name of Dallas Wilson. And he put out a lot of great records. Unfortunately, I know nothing about this man other than he did have some great songs. And this is one of them. Here is Dallas Wilson and a song called High Steppin' Baby.
Things are too slow in this one-horse town, and I'm a high-stepping daddy. He's a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy. He's a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy, and I'm sure gonna have my fun. Well, I got a wife and a mama-in-law. I live them down in Arkansas, 'cause I'm a high-stepping daddy. He's a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy. He's a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy, and I'm sure gonna have my fun. They always tell the boss man to give me their pay, 'cause I'm a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy, and I'm sure gonna have my fun. I'm a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy. I'm a high-stepping daddy, and I'm sure gonna have my fun.
One day as I stood at the outskirts of town, I looked up and I saw a note floating down. As I read the message I saw very soon, it came from a fellow named Joe on the moon. Now Moon Joe's mad, just as mad as could be. He wrote to you the same as to me. Don't shoot the moon, that's what it said, or I'll break some moon off and drop it on your head. Paragraph was devoted to Ike. It said, stick to golf balls and you'll be alright. But those crazy rockets, they'll get you in Dutch. Moon Joe, take a little, but not very much. Yeah, Moon Joe's mad, just as mad as could be. He wrote to you the same as to me. Don't shoot the moon, turn off the moonlight in this world if we sent a man up instead of a girl. Yeah, Moon Joe's mad, just as mad as could be. He wrote to you the same as to me. Don't shoot the moon, that's what it said, or I'll break some moon off and drop it on your head.
It's a perfect angel, and it's a perfect night. We're holding hands and talking, the setting is just right. I long to say I love you, but she must never know. For I'm only filling in, I'm holding hands for Joe. Joe called and asked me if I'd do a favor while he's gone, and keep his sweetheart company until he got back home. And now I find I love her too, and mustn't let it show. I'm glad the darkness hides my tears while holding hands for Joe. I take her to the movies, I even bought her flowers. I've sat and listened to her talk about her Joe for hours. But Joe, you had better hurry home, for buddy, I don't know if I can keep from holding hands for me instead of Joe. Joe called and asked me if I'd do a favor while he's gone, and keep his sweetheart company until he got back home. And now I find I love her too, and mustn't let it show. I'm glad the darkness hides my tears while holding hands for Joe.
To think all the girls I knew were just the same. I thought the only difference in them was their name. Since I lost you, I realize I once had the best, and I can't find a little part of you in all the rest. There's not any like you left, I was too blind to see. Too late I realized how much you meant to me. Now that you're gone, it seems I'm always by myself. Too late I find, oh, there's not any like you left. Not any like you left, I was too blind to see. Too late I realized how much you meant to me. Now that you're gone, it seems I'm always by myself. Too late I find, oh, there's not any like you left. Too late I find, oh, there's not any like you left.
Testify, Brother Faron. That's Faron Young and a great song. There's Not Any Like You Left, a song that Jake Hooker recorded not too long ago down Texas way. But great, that's the original version by Faron Young, and what a great song that was. Speaking of great songs, the one before it was absolutely fabulous. And it was something I have been looking for many years, ever since I was a little boy. My dad's uncle had a copy of that. That was Blackjack Wayne on Decca Records, Holding Hands for Joe. And I was so happy to eventually get a copy and add to my collection. And it was very self-satisfying, and I'm very happy to have it and to share it with you today on Country Party Time. Before that, it was Lawton Williams talking about Joe on the Moon, or as he's better known, Moon Joe, something he put on RCA Victor Records, Mr. Lawton Williams. And we started all off with Dallas Wilson and High Steppin' Daddy. All right, got time for a couple of more before we got to say goodbye for today. So let's hear the Carlisles, which is Bill and Roy Smead and Dottie Sills make that on Mercury Records. And here they are talking about a female Hercules.
Well, I met a little girl on Cherry Street. She had lots of curves and she looked so neat. I took her in my car and I couldn't wait to get that gal on the moonlight date. I thought she was the kind that I'd like to squeeze, but she was just a female Hercules. I put my arm around her and I pulled her up tight. She began to scratch, to kick and to fight. She said, now, bub, you better take me home. I'm not the kind of gal that likes to roam. I thought she was the kind that I'd like to squeeze, but she was just a female Hercules. She smacked me in the jaw and I heard my neck crack. She twisted my arm and like to broke my back. She throwed me on the ground like a sack of meal and then picked me up by the back of the heels. I want you to know she really gave me a tussle. All of them curves was nothing but muscle. I tore out a-running across the field, kicking up the dirt like an automobile. My shirt tail running up and down my back. With every step I took, she gave me a whack. I'm a-telling you, boys, I was cutting the breeze, running from a female Hercules. Next morning in the hospital bed with two black eyes and a knot on my head, my teeth all loose and a brace on my neck. I felt like a man had got hurt in a wreck. I thought she was the kind that I'd like to squeeze, but she was just a female Hercules.
Cheer up, things could be worse. Cheer up, it does no good to curse. They said that I should cheer up, that things could be much worse, so I cheered up. Sure enough, things got worse. Oh, one day I sat thinking about the troubles that I had. The bills were piling up on me, my health was getting bad. I looked out from my oxygen tent, and what do you suppose? I saw my best friend laughing there, standing on the hose. Cheer up, things could be worse. Cheer up, it does no good to curse. They said that I should cheer up, that things could be much worse, so I cheered up. Sure enough, things got worse. I've got a great big family and the stork is due next week. The bills keep coming in and I can't seem to make ends meet. I saw the doctor wink his eye and for a cigar each. I said, is it a boy or girl? And he says it's one of each. Cheer up, things could be worse. Cheer up, it does no good to curse. They said that I should cheer up, that things could be much worse, so I cheered up. Sure enough, things got worse. I'm sitting in the jailhouse, they just cut off my hair. I'll soon be walking my last mile to the electric chair. The warden came to see me, and he said a word or two. The last words that he said to me was, more power to you. Cheer up, things could be worse. Cheer up, it does no good to curse. They said that I should cheer up, that things could be much worse. So I cheered up. Sure enough, things got worse.
Hey, there he is, singer, yodeler Kenny Roberts on the Bethlehem label, a record label that's not known for doing much country music, but they did it up fine on that one. Kenny Roberts and Cheer Up. And I especially like that part about when the warden said to him, more power to you, as they're about ready to execute him. Great song by Kenny Roberts. And speaking of great songs, before that we heard from the Carlisles, talking about a female Hercules. And Bill Carlisle was telling me, and I've seen the pictures, they had a lady wrestler there in Nashville who put some holds on poor Bill, and he said, she darn near killed me. Great song by a great man, Mr. Bill Carlisle and Female Hercules. And the old clock on the wall says we got to get out of here for another week. Want to thank you folks for tuning in, and don't forget we'll do this all again next week at the same time. And if, again, there's a song you'd like to hear, please write to me. I'd love to hear from you. My email address is nlancehawkins@aol.com. In the subject matter, put Country Party Time. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for coming, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.